It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what that means. It's time for Randomity with the Random Kristian Show. Brought to you by the SJ Network, bringing professional representation to artists, authors, and creators on all levels. We'll contact them at s-j-network.com. Also brought to you by Consolidated Skateboards, quality skateboarding decks and products, as well as shoes, shirts, and yes, even blankets. On the web at consolidatedskateboards.com or check them out on Instagram at Consolidated Skateboards. Today, Kristian welcomes current TV, film, and TV actress Ashlie Lawson, plus random questions of insanity. With us, as always, is our own scruffy-looking nerf herder, Matt E. My name is Andy, and I was recently seen crying in public over the new Ghostbusters movie. And now, here's your host of Her Majesty's Secret Service, also known as 005, Random. Kristian Random.
Wow. What an intro. Oh my gosh. I had no idea. I had actually five. Oh, I have 5 digits. Okay, awesome. Hello. Welcome to Tuesday, the Random Kristian Show. I am Kristian Random, and Andrew, thank you so much for the gracious opening. Yes, very excited, Miss Ashlie Lawson. We're going to have her on here. Great actress. She's very sweet. Excited for that. Again, thank you so much to our sponsors, SJ Network. If you are looking for any kind of representation, please go to s-j-network.com. As for Steven, and he will be, he does podcasts, creators, artists, everything. Amazing man, very kind, fun, gentle man. He was on the show last week, and I had a great time with him. The stories he will tell you are amazing and fun. Also, let's not forget to say thank you to the band you're hearing in the background right now, who are just about to come out and drop some more music just in time for Christmas. The Dead Campers. That's right. Our house band is really starting to take off, so make sure you go check them out on Spotify, and they're on a few of the other music app shots, but Spotify is their big release place, and like I said, they're just about to come out with some new Christmas music, actually. So make sure you check that out. Let's pull up Mr. Ol' Andrew Drake here. Andy, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're at. How are you, sir?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much.
That's great to hear.
Well, for one, show is
yeah.
We're gonna move it up. I'm just saying.
It's blowing up. And what speaking, yeah, and speaking of great offers there, Steve, what about that offer last week?
Yeah.
Go
ahead. Talk. No, you say it. Go ahead.
Okay. No. So anybody willing to sponsor our show, Steve is willing to give you free representation for, what was it, 3 months?
3 months.
3 months.
You sponsor this show for 3 months, and you will get 1 year of Steven's services.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and that's only good for 2 different people. So, contact me here at the randomkristianshow.com or the randomkristianshow at gmail.com, and you know what I meant. Go to the website, hit me up, and we will talk about it. Or you can go directly to Steven at the s-j-network.com, and what is it?
You got it, s-j-network.com.
Yeah, and his email is, I think, stevesjnetwork@gmail.com, something like that.
Yes.
Anyway, if you go to his website, you'll...
And the link's on our website as well. So you go to randomkristianshow.com. First sponsor the show, contact Steve, get it going, because that's free stuff right there.
Yeah, it's seriously, you're the past 2 months that we've I brought Steven in to help out the show has just, like I said, we've gone from mild mannered, meek podcasters to top 10 on Good Pods there for independent comedy interviews and and rather goofy guys. So,
So we
hey,
know firsthand that it works.
yes, yeah, right. Got documentation. It's all here on the
Yeah,
charts. And
right.
by the way, we're kind of blowing up in France. I just want to say thank you so much, France, for your participation. Ireland really dropping off the ball here. In fact, I'm just pulling up the stats here real quick because I want to make sure I am correct in what I'm saying. We are still, let's see, analytics. Yeah, France, you're sitting atop. Italy is right behind France, though, just by 1%. Ireland is creeping back up again, and they're just a few off of the pace for number one. And then Germany, and we got a whole bunch of smaller ones. United Kingdom, what's up? Actually, I'm going to be on a show over in the United Kingdom here in probably about a month. So I need you folks out there in the old UK, spark it up. Let's go, baby. All right. So that being said, and bragging rights all down. Speaking of bragging and rights, here's the left guy. It's Matt.
That's
Matt,
right, man.
Matt. How are you, my
That's
friend?
I am wonderful today.
Yes, you are. And cats are doing well. The new
Cats are
kittens.
doing great, and as a matter of fact, I'm multitasking. Not only am I doing this show, I'm playing with a cat right now. That's
There are
right.
so many dirty jokes I could be saying right now. It's not even funny.
Hey,
But
Matt,
I will.
my big question for Matt is has the prep for Thanksgiving already started?
Oh God, yes. We started prepping for Thanksgiving. By Saturday, definitely. Like
About a
we
week
did
ago.
some shopping. We may have started some cooking for started some cooking for Saturday.
Okay.
My wife made these fantastic macaroons.
Nice.
One is cream cheese pumpkin filling,
Ooh.
and the little cookie itself is a nice bright orange.
Oh, nice.
And the other is a cream cheese, no, buttercream, I believe, a buttercream cranberry, like frosting kind of thing, with
Ooh,
a
okay.
dollop of cranberry sauce in the middle. So it's sweet, and then you get that nice tart bang. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that sounds
And that tart
amazing.
bang is because you're going to be doing an interview in the UK. So
Yeah,
it
baby.
means
Because
something
that's all the
completely
thoughts,
different
huh?
there. So there you
Yeah.
are.
No, that's called a hook, and that's very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, if you are at home and watching the show, I have now enabled the chat, so feel free to join us in our conversations, and you'll be able to ask Miss Ashley questions and all that, and enjoy our conversation with here shortly. And yeah, and tell us all about your Turkey Day and Thanksgiving, which we're going to be doing a little thankful shout out here towards the end with the random news stuff and all that. So make sure you hang out for that. In the meantime, Matthew, I am excited to hear more about your food and cat preparations and how they intermingle together. Because with two kittens in your house, they are going to intermingle and intertwine.
It's
That's
going to be crazy because they've never seen anyone except for me
little
and my
cat paws
wife and our
and a chicken
my
leg.
mother-in-law are the only people that have ever really come over to the house. So we're going to throw in about another 6 or 7 people on top of that. It should be fun.
Oh,
Right
wow.
on.
So
Yeah.
we'll let you know.
Well, speaking of extra people, Matt, you know what that means?
That means I
That's
got to go
that's time for the Thanos snap for
back
Matthew. So
into the
Matthew,
sound closet.
Aw.
and I
You
just no matter what, I enjoy doing
you
that.
like that a little too much.
I do. I really do. It's kind of a sad trait of mine, and well, it's what I do. But
Yeah.
anyway, all right. So yes, and sorry, set the notes down in the wrong spot, and I was trying to be very sly and just reach over here without.
Well, way to call to it.
Yeah, I know. I know. First thing in radio, never draw attention to your flaws.
Yeah.
And,
Right. Act as if it was you meant to do it.
Right.
Come on.
Like when you swear on air and you don't have a dump button and you're just like, oh shit. And, damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, oh shoot. Oh God. Yeah.
And then the next day you are no longer there and you're no longer mentioned.
Yes, you're into the owner's box and having that uncomfortable conversation while he's holding your last paycheck in your hand.
Right. Yeah.
Again, been there, done it. But yeah, that's a story for another time. So, speaking of stories and other times, we have a very lovely lady sitting over in our green room right now, enjoying beef Wellington and steak and all sorts of sushi and wonderful food and champagne. Miss Ashlie Lawson. She's an actress. She's got just a bevy of stuff going on here and things that she's done. I'm very intrigued because she did a drunk history thing, and being an alcoholic and former alcoholic, I'm very intrigued to hear the stories behind that. And well, I'm going to bring her in because there's some things that I don't want to go over it. And please help me in welcoming Miss Ashlie Lawson. Ashlie Lawson, welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Yes, we are excited.
Why did we stick her in the storage room where we're shipping all the stuff out?
Well, that's where we're getting all the Christmas supplies ready.
And, you didn't know? I'm actually up here at the North Pole. This is everything that has to go on.
There you go. Yes.
Joy. Oh my gosh.
The big candy cane should have given it away over my shoulder.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yes. I thought that was a scarf, actually. I'm not ready for the Christmas season yet. I apologize. So Miss Ashlie, welcome so much to the show. So glad to have you here. Okay, so let's just start because I'm so intrigued by it, the drunk history. Now, was that the actual wasn't that like a Netflix show or?
It's not actual drunk history is what I did. It's something called Elixir of Life. That was just a short film that was filmed the same way they do drunk history. But I think drunk history was on Comedy Central. I think.
Yes, Comedy Central, right. and now you can watch it on Hulu. My wife and I learned a little too much from drunk history.
Listen, being drunk and watching the History Channel is not the same as watching drunk history, Andy.
No, I get it, but we were doing both. So,
but now, so you got to like act and narrate the whole piece, correct?
I did. So it was interesting how it even happened. I was originally cast to play just the female lead in it, but then the girl that was supposed to be doing the narrator, she had a family emergency at the last minute, and they were like, hey, we were wondering if you are able to do the narrator part as well. And I was like, heck yes, I am. Yeah. So I am on there for 2 different credits, and it was really easy for me being that I was the narrator when I came in and was acting to get my lip syncing correct. Since it was already me saying it, they sent us the audio of me doing the narration where we had to work on it and get our lip syncing correct with how and when I was saying things. And it was definitely easier for some of us than others. But I will say I very much was at an advantage.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you're like, I know these lines. This ain't no big deal, man. I don't know what I'm saying. Now, okay, just because I am into this, I do this also. It's voice acting. Do you do any of voice acting at all? Or are you intrigued into doing any voice acting? I mean,
I would love to do voice acting. That's really the only thing voice-wise. I don't even know if it counts, but yeah, that's the only thing that I've done. Would definitely be interested in it. I've had quite a few acting coaches tell me that I have a very interesting voice. So
I can definitely see you doing, some definitely, and some characters,
Yes.
I mean, do you do any like impersonations or anything?
I don't do impersonations, no. But I am just saying, if anybody wants to let me be a Disney princess, I'm okay with that.
Well, give us your best Disney. I want to hear your best Disney princess
My best Disney
impersonation.
princess. Um,
Okay, I will be the Grand Poopa. Okay, I shall be your father, the king of the land, and I'm banishing you from seeing that boy out there in the yard.
but Daddy, no! I love him.
That shall be enough. I shall banish you to the tower if you continue anymore.
Then I guess you should banish me to the tower because I'm just going to leave anyway.
Well, that's just rude. Well, I think I'm good.
Scene. Well done.
Oh, now sing. I'm getting notes. Well, I don't feel like singing right now because I have no words to. I'm not a singer.
You had all of those words to say to tell me that I couldn't go see this boy, but you can't sing about it?
Oh, are you going to sing with me?
Sure, what are you going to sing?
I can show you the world.
Oh, good. No. Bad, Andy, bad. No.
What? Everybody loves that song. Come on.
A whole new world. No, okay. No, stop it. You're triggering things.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have a Disney meltdown or probably get sued by Disney and ABC, and it'll be all over with at that point.
No. I kept that at 14 seconds. We're good.
Yeah, that's right. We figured out a trick, by the way, Ashlie.
Okay.
We can play like popular songs and stuff where people can hear it up to 14 and a half seconds. And then you just turn it down real low so it's in right underneath you and you keep talking over it. They never notice it. It never triggers anything.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
so it's like you're sending your audience subliminal messaging through.
We're sticking it to the man is what we're
down
doing.
low volume.
Yeah.
We're doing that as well as the music. Yeah.
We don't trust Whitey. That's what it is. Okay. Well, no. All right. Okay. So I'm very excited here. All right. So now when does the drunk history thing fall into line here? Because you were the lead actress in a Western film. Now was that the name of the movie? It's a Western film?
No.
No. I was like looking, I'm like, I don't understand. And I couldn't find your movie. I'm sorry. It was the notes that I had.
Yeah. It was actually it had a different name while it was in production. And then I guess post-production, they decided to change the name of it. And it ended up being called La Furia. And yeah, that was a student film, but it was probably one of the most fun projects that I've done. And then the drunk history one we filmed, I think in 2019 at the beginning. And then of course they were wanting to put it in the film festival circuit. And then last year happened. So that kind of threw a wrench in
then
things.
last year happened. We don't even say what it is. That was last year. That's
yeah, all. It happened. Well, yeah, I feel like you don't even have to go into any more detail than that with it because it literally affected the whole world. So you can say 2020 happened and literally everybody knows what you're talking about.
There he goes. Oh yeah, okay. and they move on to something way better and far different.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, my dog got ran over. So
wow.
Well,
no,
despite
it was my dog getting run over is a better memory than last year. So
but despite last year, you were really busy though. It didn't seem like it impacted you that much.
I was going to say
I got lucky in the sense that a lot of stuff that I had done in 2019 was getting worked in 2020 where they're starting to make things come out. But I feel like COVID made a lot of people get in touch with their creativity and start creating things because they were at home. They didn't want to get bored. I don't know about you guys, but I'm know it tested a lot of people's mental health, including my own, and just some kind of outlet to get that out since we weren't able to see each other face to face. And I feel like as an artist and specifically as an actor, I've been really blessed that a lot of those people are wanting to get that work out there. So when everything was able to start picking back up again, I mean, I've had auditions like crazy. I've been on set. A lot of stuff that I worked on post-COVID has finally started coming out. I had mentioned to you guys earlier that one of the short films that I have a small role in is made its film debut at a women's film festival in Beverly Hills at the end of September. Yay. So everything is starting to come out finally.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, because there really has been kind of an explosion, and that's one of the things I was going to ask you. As an actress or actor, however, do you prefer actor, or does the term actress bother you?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It means the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but some people get a little uppity. Anyway, this as an actress, with this whole the sealing of the world, I mean, yes, I know it was, and I know people tried to continue to do things, but yeah, like you said, it kind of imploded on itself where people were just locked in, so they're just going crazy with all these ideas and stuff. And then as soon as we started getting the release, it just like an atom bomb just started blowing up. Movies are releasing left. They can't even release movies fast enough. And then, as soon as people could meet together, like playhouses were opening up. I know you did a lot of theater. Are you still doing theater?
I'm not. I still enjoy the theater, but film and TV is kind of where my passion is at. Mm-hmm. But I like to watch the theater more than I like to participate in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, would that be something like, you're doing, a couple, like, I know you've also, you've got a possible sitcom going on. Is this correct?
Yes. So I have actually a director that I've worked with. I actually filmed a trailer for a project that's currently out being pitched. So high hopes for that to get picked up somewhere. But I developed such a good relationship with him that he wrote a sitcom for me to star in, and the male lead that's going to be in it, we haven't been able to start filming it yet because he's been really busy filming stuff in Atlanta. I don't know exactly what it is, mostly because a lot of it he can't talk about.
I was going to say it's something you got to keep hush hush and all that. So.
Yes. But as soon as he gets back over this direction, a lot of things that specific director has working, he's looking to really buckle down and start filming at the first of the year. One of those projects being the project that I participated in, and we've already filmed the trailer for. Done a lot of screen testing for it. It's going to be really great when it gets picked up.
Well, now, and is this a working title that you have, or is this for that show, or is that going to be the actual name of the show, The Safe at Home?
Yes, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything otherwise. It will be called Safe at Home. Yes.
And okay, can you give us any clues to premise? Because I'm very intrigued by this. Is this like kind of a pandemic lockdown spinoff, or?
You would think it was, given the name of it, but it's...
Well, in the current state that we just came out of, yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually not. So I've only had the pilot episode given to me, so I don't know what the rest of the plot line looks like, but kind of a brief rundown of it is that I am a single lady, and there's like I guess maybe the minor league baseball team somewhere is close by, and one of the baseball team members moves in with me, and then it ends up kind of being I think knowing this director, it would probably be a twisted love thing that takes place, but
like well, I'm not even gonna, because I'm see, now my mind's spinning, and I've got like 8 different scenarios, and I don't want to be offensive because you seem very sweet, and I don't want to offend you about anything. 'Cause
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm not easily offended.
oh, sweet. So you're having you're doing like a threesome with, the umpire and the batter and the pitcher, or no?
I don't know. It's not that. It's not that
She didn't even
into
blink.
detail.
She didn't
No.
even blink, Andy. So that was
Well,
awesome.
that all depends on the service or the network that it gets on. I think
This is
that'll
true,
drive
yeah.
the plot of the show there.
But the way you were like talking about the director, I'm like, okay, well, this guy can either be really. I mean, I've seen some things on Netflix where it's like it seemed like such an innocent title, and then all of a sudden I'm like, we're watching lesbian sex,
Yeah, it's
and
not. It's not
and I'm like, I gotta.
twisted
The
in.
kids are in the room. Oh my god.
It's not twisted in that sense. More so, he has a very a creative mind, and it would be more like a twist and turns kind of love thing.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
kind of not super wholesome-ish, but clean,
Yes.
fun, romantic twists and turns. Okay.
But I
Which
do know
I'm
what
totally
you're
down
saying.
with.
I forget what I was watching recently, and it seemed like something exactly like what you just said, just kind of happened out of nowhere, and it was like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, okay, as an actress, because you're in the biz. It seems like, especially with a lot of these shows nowadays, there is always some kind of weird lesbian or gay twist or trans. Is this like, I mean, obviously this is the new thing nowadays. Are you getting asked to do any of that kind of stuff? Or, I mean, and I'm not trying to be dirty or anything. It's like we sit there and we're watching a show. The next thing you know, there's two guys making out. I'm like, really, dude? And so then you turn it to a different show. You're like, oh, this looks interesting. And then there's like, three girls making out. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
So there's several answers to that question, and the first is no. I haven't personally been asked to do anything like that,
Right.
but I will also say this is that it's kind of, you have to disclose that stuff with your agent as far as what you're comfortable with, because if that's
Right.
not something you're willing to do, they're not going to submit you for it anyway. But I will also say most casting calls are pretty upfront with what it will be doing, like if there's going to be any nudity involved, if you are going to be uncomfortable with a same-sex relationship, that kind of thing.
Right.
And also a lot of casting calls these days are calling for those people that identify that way anyway, like non-binary, trans, and specifically members of the BIPOC and LGBTQ community. So they are getting a little bit more specific with the casting in the first place, as far as what exactly they're looking for association and identity-wise as well.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, it seems to be like the trend. It's like, you know what, man? Let's just go back to like Leave It to Beaver style TV. I'm like so tired of the shock value. It's like, no,
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily shock. I just think it's inclusivity at this point.
Yeah.
It's more of a representation of what's going on outside than necessarily being
outside in somebody's bedroom.
well, but not necessarily asking for shock value. You're just trying to show representation in all of its different forms.
Yes.
And depending on the story, does it whatever that person's arc is, they have a different take on, say the grumpy old man here who decides to, who decides to deal with one thing where your next door neighbor maybe part of that community, and then they have that take on it as well. So
right.
and it gives people watching who identify with it, oh hey, that's how I would deal with it, or no, that's how I wouldn't deal with it. That's
That's special.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's my take.
I think that was a lovely packaged way of explaining it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. A great way to speak about Satan. All right. Well, now that we've moved on, okay. And Andy's feeling all special in his naughty parts. Okay. So, Ashlie, let's continue our question. Okay, I'm sorry. You'll find I have a lot of voices in my head that tend to come out sometimes. And he was really pushing the grumpy old man part, but then church lady came out. So, I apologize. Okay. And I love the fact that you were in a Hallmark movie, which I believe we acted. How long has this been out now? This was 2017.
Ooh, I think this will be the third Christmas that it's out.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we watched this last year, and I was like, I remember the title, Christmas Wishes, Mistletoe Kisses. I'm like, no, it's kind of cute. And we, as a guy, and Andy, don't lie, we all watch the Hallmark Channel, especially during the holidays.
So I can safely say I've, as Facebook would say it, I've marked myself safe from the Hallmark Channel. However, my
Wow.
whenever I go to my parents' house, it's always on.
It's always on.
Either if my dad has control of the TV, it's on the Hallmark Channel. If my mom has control of the TV, it's on the Food Network. And then, sure enough, right? I walked out of my office in my house the other day, and the Hallmark Channel was on here at home.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
right.
welcome.
Actually, you're like, what's up? Okay, girlfriend.
No, I don't have a cable or a streaming service that has the Hallmark Channel, but my mom does. In fact, I was telling you guys they are temporarily living in a shed / apartment that they've built while they're building their new house, and she wanted me, like, first thing when they got here and they were able to get internet, she said, okay, find me a streaming service that has HGTV and Hallmark Channel. I don't need it to have anything else, but I need it to have those two things. And ever since I did that for her, we had to get Philo, I think it is, because that was the only thing that we had both of them.
Sure.
And I don't think it's left the Hallmark Channel once, unless there was like some kind of 10-minute break where she stepped away from the TV and my dad was able to get the remote from her and change it to football on Sundays.
Yeah.
So you can man up. I'm getting all butch right now. We're going to watch some football.
But here's the funny thing about it is because once they start it, a lot of them, they'll play over and over again. So I was here with her yesterday. My dad is currently out of town. So we had a death in the family and she's not really wanted to be by herself. So I was over here with her for a while yesterday and put it on a Hallmark movie. And she sits down and she's like, not this one again. I said, okay, well, I haven't seen this one. And you do know you can change the channel if you start seeing them on repeat. So this is your own doing.
Right. It's your own fault for watching this 5 times. And by the way, hello, Corey. Thank you for joining the chat. I love the fact that you say not willingly. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is willingly, Corey, just to say, I know.
No, the Hallmark Channel. The Hallmark Channel is a choice. You make that choice.
Yeah,
it is.
And
It
if
really
it's on in your house, it's your choice. So
it is. Yeah.
But no, so now, how fun was that? I mean, because honestly, I mean, yeah, sometimes some of them get a little too cutesy and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a holiday film. It's fun. It's got to be a blast, right?
It is. So I don't have any speaking lines in it. It was extra work, and it was when I was very first doing film and television. And the only reason that I really wanted to go do that was to be on a big set and see what a big production looked like, how things operated, how it worked. Yeah. So I actually flew from Dallas. They filmed that one, or at least the scene that I was in, they filmed in Atlanta. And I think we did it in the springtime, so a bunch of fake snow and everything. I
was going to say it was really hard to act cold. You're like sweating 90 degrees. You're like, okay. Oh.
Well, fortunately, none of it was filmed outside, but believe it or not, by the end of the night, we ended up being freezing because they turned the AC down since they've got all the lights in there. It gets hot really fast.
Oh, yeah.
And so we had like a 5:00 p.m. call time and didn't get released till 5:00 in the morning the next morning. And it was a lot of fun to be a part of it, and definitely gave me a lot of insight about things and ways to be prepared when you're on set, because You never know what you're going to have access to. Since that was a big production, we did get very lucky. You know, they had snacks constantly available to us. We were filming indoors, so there was a bathroom nearby. There was plenty of seating for us because we were actually in a retirement home. And that was part of the reason our call time had to be so late, because they had to wait for the residents to get done eating in the dining hall
bed.
before they could go in. And the props department could come in and start getting everything set up. But yeah, so you don't always have access to all of that kind of stuff. And
Right.
I've even though I knew all of that, I've somehow still managed to learn that lesson the hard way a few times.
But okay, but I think that's cool that you're like, I know this isn't going to be a groundbreaking role or anything, but I'm going to learn a lot. I mean, are you a
Yes.
real student of what actually goes on behind the scenes, or are you really just trying to get out in front of the cameras, or do you want to maybe do some producing, directing, screenwriting, something like that? I know you're an author. We're going to bring that up here in a second.
So I think that there's a lot to be studied from every angle.
Mhm.
I teach high school English online, so
Oh,
I am a student in and of myself. I like to teach, I like to learn things, and I find that regardless of what set you're on, it's nice to see how things work, and especially if you are an actor and you are looking to, work specifically on a network, work with a specific director, work with a specific casting director, to go through and study and learn things about how those are filmed, how they're operated, because even though they're filming different projects, their style is the same. And if you
right.
can learn to fit into that style, depending on who or what you want to work with or work on, it's going to be a lot easier for you to be that person that they see there, if that makes sense what I'm saying. So like, I've always wanted to do a Hallmark movie. And
Right.
so I was like, not only will I get to see a big production, but I'll get to see what it looks like in real time. And as Corey just said here, he loves the one where the girl meets the guy at the place in the snowy Virginia town and they fall in love. And that's all of them.
Yeah.
But
I was
there's
going to say,
still
I've been waiting to allude to that because I was going to say,
there's
Corey, that's every damn movie on the Hallmark Channel.
there's still a specific way that they do it. So the more you can learn how to do it,
Right.
the easier it's going to be for you to be a part of the projects that you want to be a part of and work with the people that you want to work with.
Yeah. Well, and we had Larry Hankin on about a month ago, and he's done a lot of just big characters and stuff like that. But one of his big ones was working as a co-star next to Clint Eastwood in Escape from Alcatraz. And he said while I was there, he said, I really wanted to be there to learn the director and work
Mhm.
with that director and see what he does. And he said, he just really got into the whole behind the scenes thing and how the director's thinking. And he said it helped him act better, because he knew what he was starting to figure out what the director was looking for from his eyes.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool, just to start getting different perspectives in your heads to help improve what you're doing.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I think that's great. You're like, I'm just going to go check this out. I know it's not going to be a big part, but I'm going to learn a lot.
Yeah.
And
I've learned too, I've been in countless acting classes and I've worked with a lot of people that are still working and have quite a few legit credits under their belt as well. And some things you just can't learn from an acting class. You have to go out, you have to see it yourself, you have to get your hands on the books, because even the thing about learning the style of the director or whoever it is you want to work with, I actually read that in a book. Nobody told that to me.
oh wow,
But it was like, once I read it, I was like, that totally makes sense. And
yeah,
then when you, as an actor, as a person watching it, it doesn't even cross your mind. But as an actor, as soon as I read that, it's like, now that's how I watch everything. And I'm
yeah.
like, okay, this director directed this. How is it the same as something else that they've done? And when you start seeing it from that perspective, you're like, oh, I get what she was saying. I get it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, and it makes sense too when you start to see directors putting out movies and they use a lot of the same actors and you see a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
same actors in those movies and you're like, well, yeah, they're going to use guys that they know get their vision and you can tell them, hey, I need you to do this, and
Yes.
they get it, and they get it.
Yeah.
I just watched an interview with John C. McGinley, and he's been in everything. and he was originally cast as an extra in Platoon, but then it got pushed back a little bit, and then he ended up getting the fourth lead in it, and then ended up figuring out Oliver Stone's vision and ended up working with him 7 times.
Yeah.
You know, which is just crazy to think. You go from an extra to the fourth lead to being on the guy's call list and say, hey, I got a movie coming up. You know, I need you here. So what was the one thing that really gave you the bug to start acting? Like, was it watching TV, or was it theater in school, or and what was it like? What was the one thing specifically that you watched to say, I got to do this?
So the answer is the same for both. Peter Pan, actually.
Okay.
The play or the animated
play.
movie? Yeah.
So I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, and we have the Orpheum Theater in downtown Memphis, and I absolutely begged my dad to take us to see Peter Pan. I have a younger brother. He's 3 years younger than me. I almost said 3 years older. He's 3 years younger than me, and so he got the whole family tickets to go see it, and we did, and that was kind of the point where it really kind of hit me, and I had that first aha moment that I can, date back to, that it was a magical experience for me, literally and figuratively. I mean, you're watching Peter Pan. It's like this Disney thing that's right in front of your face. And so that was the magic of it, literally, but figuratively, it was that first time that it hit me that these people they're real people. They're putting on this performance for us. They are making us feel this magic and this joy and taking us away from whatever is going on in our real lives, even if only for a couple of hours. And I was just like, I want to do that. I want to make people feel this way. And I want to be the person that does it.
Yep. Absolutely.
So Peter Pan.
There you go.
Right
So
on.
now, and if you had your pick, like, what's the one role that if you could play any role you wanted to, what would be that role?
Or has it even been written yet?
Play any role that I wanted to.
And I mean, like anything from the past, like anything that you've watched and you say, oh, I wish I could have done that.
Joe in Little Women, hands down, but not the new version. Winona Ryder, her version of Joe. I actually, that was the first thing that I had ever seen Winona Ryder in, was Little Women, and instantly fell in love with her. And Joe March in and of herself, I kid you not, that movie to this day is my favorite movie. And I don't know, just something about it. And it's amazing watching it now, how many A-list actors are in it that weren't A-list actors at the time. It's got her, it's got Christian Bale, Kirsten Dunst, Susan Sarandon, and it's just like this A-list cast, and I just cannot get enough of it. I would watch it every single day. But that character was always really relatable to me because I've always been really big into books, always wanted to write as well. So I had a lot in character herself, but I also always wanted to be her, especially as a young girl.
Gotcha. Okay, so alluding to this, because I hinted on it a little bit earlier, you've been doing some writing, and you said you're interested in writing. So now, and if I'm correct, it's a suspenseful kind of, is it like a murder mystery crime? What do you got going on here?
It's more like a thriller, suspense, mystery type thing. So it's it's not finished yet. I've kind of gotten a little bit stuck with it and working on getting out of it, but getting out of the stuckness, not getting out of the book. But it's from the perspective of a 9-year-old girl whose mother has just passed away, and now it's she and her dad, and they've moved from New York to a small town, Kentucky, and they move into this house that needs to be revamped, and there's kind of this like mystery to the house that they're living in. Nobody's lived in it for a long time. There was a fire there, and she keeps hearing all of these stories about things that happened, and she's trying to find the actual truth of the matter. And one of the girls that was killed in it comes to her in her dreams, and so she's kind of in this weird kind of limbo place.
Ooh,
So it's got
I
kind
like
of an
it.
M. Night Shyamalan twist with
I don't think so. It's not
Hitchcock.
quite that level.
No, but I mean, I can see that in there, but it's more Hitchcockish, correct? Like
Yes.
in that kind of style. I'm not saying you're
Yeah.
trying to mimic him or anything, but in that sort of genre type of way, you which I mean, I'm a huge fan of Alfred Hitchcock. I think his movies were amazing because, especially for back in the time, it just the way he twists things and stuff, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Um, I can still watch any Hitchcock movie anytime it's on. Like that's one of the things I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. So, okay. Well, and I know you don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm sorry. I've been trying to cram in a lot of stuff.
No,
Like I
no,
said,
no, you're fine.
I've got hundreds of questions, and I just like I said, I'm just trying to learn more about Ashlie. So okay, okay. Let's talk about real quickly the stuff that you have coming out. If you can here, you had 3 different projects going on, correct?
Um, so I have the film that was released at the Women's Film Festival in Beverly
Okay.
Hills. That was released at the end of September. I have recently wrapped a supporting role in a feature film that is currently in post-production. They are looking to submit that to some film festivals, I believe, next year.
Okay.
And we wrapped, because we just wrapped it at the end of August.
Okay.
And
Now,
then
can you talk about these at all a little bit, or can you
I
not?
can't talk about that one. Not till
Dang.
it not till it makes its debut.
I wanted to like premiere it. So,
And then
um,
we have a film competition here in DFW, and I'm actually getting to be a part of 2 projects that's going to be in that competition. One of them we
DFW is Dallas Fort Worth for
yes,
anybody
yes.
wondering.
Sorry, sorry.
Just thought because you're dropping the homie lingo. You're like down in the DFW. What's
Yeah,
up, baby?
and I should have known that because you said you have a lot of people watching in France. I'm sure people in France don't know what DFW
You're
is.
like,
But yes,
what is this DFW?
What is DFW?
I do
Yeah.
not
Dallas-
understand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Dallas
DFW,
Fort
oh
Worth.
boy.
Down in the heart.
yes.
There we go.
Dallas Fort Worth, Texas, and so I'm getting to be a part of 2 films that are in that competition. One of them we wrapped filming last weekend. The other one we will actually be filming next weekend. So yeah, got a lot going on right now.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
Okay. So, what was the movie that you just did at the in Beverly Hills? The movie.
It is called Not Nothing. It was written and stars Suzanne Schmidt.
Okay. Now, is this something that we'll be able to see in theaters somewhere, like local theaters, or is this gonna be out on one of the networks soon or something like that, or pay-per-view, or if somebody wants to go see this and go see you?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. A lot of times when there's the short films, they have the option for a feature and they're just doing the 10 to 15 minute short as per the film festival requires to see if anybody wants to pick it up. I assume that's what she's got going on. She's been good about giving us updates about it, but I haven't heard anything about where she's looking to take it once it completes the film circuit.
Okay,
Or
cool.
the festival circuit.
Yeah.
And then everything else is under wraps except for the comedy, the sitcom, which is Safe at Home, which
Yes.
hopefully you've got the pilot done. They've just got to get it pitched, and hopefully we'll be seeing that soon. Do you know if there's any thoughts of them like going major networks, or are they going to try and stick with more
So the
cable
project
style?
that's being pitched is actually something different, and I have not signed an NDA, but I also don't want to ruin the
Yeah.
chances of it
No,
getting
I
picked
get you.
up. So I'm not even going
NDA
to
is
say the name of it.
non-disclosure agreement for you laymen out there.
But yeah, Safe at Home, we are looking to start filming next year and haven't heard anything about it specifically being pitched as of yet, which is why I feel comfortable talking about it. But yeah, so hopefully start of next year is when we'll start filming that. And then as far as what the plan is for that, the director has a YouTube channel. I'm not sure what the name of it is off the top of my head. but he has a YouTube channel. So worst case scenario is that's where it would end up living. But
Right.
yeah, he's got a lot of projects in his
In-
pocket.
in his wheelhouse, as they like to say. All right. Well, okay. So, and like I said, I know you only have X amount of time, so we like to do a few fun things here.
Okay.
And
I like fun things.
okay, well, we like to be fun and funny, and I smell funny sometimes. So yeah. If okay, hold on. Because I even made a little disclaimer for it. Here it is. Random questions of insanity. That was a horrible echo, but anyway, this is something we like to do with our guests, and one of them, which is we've these are a couple that we've just kind of made regulars, but the first one is going to be, what is your favorite James Bond movie?
My favorite James Bond movie. I have actually only seen one James Bond movie, and I think it was, what is it, Quantum of Solace or something like that. But I will say, even though I've only seen that one, my favorite James Bond is Pierce Brosnan, just because he is
Oh.
beautiful. And
Oh.
so he is, but my cousins, so back when Nintendo 64 was a fun thing, the boys would always play their Nintendo games,
GoldenEye.
and yes,
Yeah, I was
yes,
gonna say
Yeah.
always.
Oh yeah. Yep.
that game used to
So
frustrate the
I think
hell out
I've
of me.
seen more James Bond video games than I have movies, but
Right. Yeah. Well,
Well,
and get
I just lost $5 to Andy, so
tell me if I'm wrong. The James Bond franchise doesn't mean as much to females as it does to males.
I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me personally, that is correct.
Yeah.
okay. So do you like Star Wars?
I like old Star Wars.
Yes. All right. Now we're best friends. Okay. All right. And so what's better, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
All right, fine.
I
right.
just never really got
I
on.
know, you're too
I
young
don't think
for Star
think
Trek.
Star Trek is bad. I just never got on board. No, believe it or not, my dad and I, when I was a young kid, we used to watch the Star Trek reruns together
Mhm.
all the time. I just didn't have the vested interest in it like I did in the old
I'm
school
coming to
Star
your house
Wars.
and hanging out with your dad.
He's a cool guy.
We are gonna hang out, and I'm gonna watch him drink beer, and we're gonna make fun of Star Trek. All right. So Ashlie, we're at your house, and you're getting ready to have lunch. You're gonna make a sandwich. What is your all-time favorite sandwich that you love to make?
Always a PB&J. Always.
Bam. Just no. Okay. What kind of peanut butter?
Jif. It's creamy
I
Jif.
was gonna say.
And Smucker's or Welch's grape jelly. I'm not a fan of strawberry, but if I had to have a
Oh.
backup sandwich, it would be turkey, bacon, and cheese. No mayo, no
Oh.
mustard. I don't like
Just
anything.
raw.
Yeah, I don't like anything that's gonna make my bread soggy.
What kind? Oh no.
Okay. And what kind of bread is on it?
I was gonna say, what's the bread?
Yeah.
Well, if it was a kid, it would be Wonder white bread, but
Of
now
course.
as an adult, it would be Nature's Own honey wheat.
There you go.
Okay. Hold on. Now I'm getting back to my my notes here. I'm sorry.
But what's your favorite Thanksgiving side? Like, what do you have to have for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, since we're in that season.
So
And how many Christmas songs have you sang already?
those are two separate questions.
I know, I'm sorry.
So the answer to the first one is, when I was growing up, my grandmother always made homemade chicken and noodles as a side for Thanksgiving dinner. So as a
Okay.
kid, it would be that. But she's since gotten Alzheimer's and doesn't do that anymore. So as an adult, it would be dressing or stuffing, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And then how many Christmas songs have I sung? It's been 3 exactly. And I know that answer because they were all 3 sung on the same day. And they were all 3 sung last Saturday.
Oh, wow. Boom. All right. So there's 3 of them.
great.
Wow, that's awesome. I prefer Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but whatever. Just because it's easy and catchy and pretty much everybody knows it. So once you start singing it, there is like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And then it's stuck in your head all day.
And yes, and then you're just like, ha! See? Suck it. It's Merry Christmas. Deal with it.
My son started singing Christmas music on Halloween. We were walking around trick or treating, and he's singing Jingle Bells.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So here is another one.
Okay.
You got to get ready for this one because
Okay.
I sleep maybe 4 to 5 hours a night. Okay. So I do a lot of things half asleep, and most of these things come to me right as I'm falling asleep. So I have to grab my phone or grab a pen and paper, and I'm like writing stuff down. I'm like, and then I look at the next day. I'm like, oh my God, that's genius. So here's my next genius question of insanity.
Okay.
If you could ride a unicycle, would you feel you're better than others? And how would it change your life? And would you feel superior to others?
I don't think it would make me feel better than others. I also don't think it would make me superior than others. I feel like if I was learning how to ride the unicycle, I would absolutely have to learn how to ride it on a tightrope so I could join the circus.
Oh, you take it the extra mile. Look at you. You're an overachiever. Damn. So you wouldn't feel like, oh, I can ride a unicycle, can you? Of course you can. No?
No, I would actually maybe a pogo stick because a pogo
God.
stick has always bested me.
Yes. Oh my God. Have you had it like smack you in the face when you're jumping on it because one foot slips off?
No, I haven't had that. It was really, for me, I always had a hard time finding the balance on it to start jumping anyway. In my neighborhood where I lived when I was a kid, one of our neighbors had 5 kids that lived in the house, and one of them got a pogo stick for Christmas one year. And so we, of course, were all out in the front yard trying to do it. And I considered it a success if I could bounce on it twice, because I could not get my balance on it at all. And the thing is I'm not somebody that's unbalanced. Like, I do yoga and stuff like that and can stand in all the one-legged poses and stuff like that. But something about that pogo stick, man, it was out to get me.
Dude, yeah. Those things are like, death sticks. You get a couple in, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God.
Yep.
You're over and 2 yards down, and the neighbors are like, I was mowing. You need to move. And, sorry. Okay. Well, now in the movie Star Wars, if the characters Han Solo and Darth Vader switched roles, how would that alter the plot?
I think it would alter the plot because Han Solo, being the leader of the dark side, would really be more about his ego, and he would be more concerned about who was going to stroke his ego as opposed to actually taking over things.
Oh, damn, Ashlie.
But if Darth Vader was in Han Solo's place, I think Princess Leia would have had a legit person to fall in love with, somebody with some dynamics to him.
Dude, wow. You did you know this question beforehand? Because
I did not.
That's some serious depth and thought into that. I was not prepared for it. I was waiting for like some smart ass answer, like, well, Han Solo would give up his blaster and Darth Vader would make fun of it. And no, you really wow. Okay.
I committed to that question.
That was good.
Like,
no,
this
was
is
really
awesome.
good.
Or is this all an act? And you're just
No.
showing off your acting skills?
I'm not. No, like I said, I wasn't joking when I said I'm a fan of old school Star Wars. And
Yes.
I just always, and I'm a huge Harrison Ford fan, but I was always like, man, he's a dick.
Do you know the underlying story? Well, I know you know Steven, correct?
Yes.
Has he told you any of the underlying stories of how Harrison Ford got involved in all that?
No, he hasn't. He's told me a lot of things, but not that.
Yeah. Steve can go off on tangents every now and then.
Yes.
And by the way, anybody that's tuned in here, because we download this as audio as well. This is Ashlie Lawson. She is an actress in several movies, writing a book as well, and a couple TV things going on. So we're asking her random questions of insanity. Which okay, well, yeah, God, that was good. I really wasn't ready for the depth on that. It kind of took me back. Yeah, and Corey's giving me a hard time now. Welcome to the show. Which superpower would you not want?
I would not want to know what other people were thinking.
Oh yeah, no,
Mhm.
that'd just be creepy.
Well, not only would it be creepy, but like people think some weird things sometimes, and I also feel like if would you be able to have an off switch in it? Like if I was walking by you and you're thinking something, am I just going to hear what you're thinking? That's a whole lot of extra traffic in my brain too that I
Yeah.
don't want all the time.
Yeah, you'd really have to learn to focus it, huh?
Yeah.
Because yeah. Wow, that's just kind of an annoying question now. I don't even like myself for that. If you how much wood would a woodchuck actually chuck if it had opposable thumbs and a COVID supplement check?
I
None.
don't. Yeah, it wouldn't. Why should it chuck its own wood when someone else will do it for them?
Bam. Oh, you're awesome. All right. You want to do one more?
Yeah.
I like I said, I know you said you've got X amount of time, so I don't want to hold you over too much. I did not write this question.
No, I added some.
You did add
Yeah.
some awesome.
I'm excited to hear it.
I think I may know the answer. Which famous celebrity would you want to punch in the face? Andrew.
What famous celebrity would I want to punch in the face? Ooh.
Oh, sure. You get all depthy and philosophical on the Star Wars one, but this one you're like, Oh, hey, John, how you doing?
That's great.
Sorry. I'm acknowledging people in the chat here. John's a good friend of ours.
This is a hard question. Which famous celebrity
You're like,
would
well,
I
I'd
want to
line
punch
like
in
9
the
of them up
face?
and do the Stooges thing. Just walk by. Pop, 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 pop.
Honestly, okay, I don't know if this person
Sean
counts as a
Connery.
famous celebrity, but if I was going to punch any of them in the face, I would have to say it would be JFK.
Oh,
Because I know, and I realize in some circles those are fighting words, but I am a diehard Marilyn Monroe fan and absolutely buy into the belief that they had her killed because she knew too much or whatever else. And two, I don't think he was as decent of a person as people made him out to be either. So I would absolutely punch him in the face.
So really quick, I don't know if you watch American Horror Story at all.
I did like 1.5 seasons.
Okay, well, so Hulu just put out the double feature, which is basically the 10th season, but they did 2 different stories, and the entire second half is an alien 1950s story that focuses on the deal that government made with aliens to keep it under wraps, and the JFK Maryland came into play.
Oh, wow.
And it was one of the most compelling sort of half seasons of American Horror Story that I've ever watched.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be classic.
It was really good. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I might have to watch that.
Yeah.
Well,
check it out.
Have to pull that into my evil lair.
It plays into your theory a little bit. So.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the whole group liquidated. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So, Ashlie, anything you want? I know we had an hour with you, so and I keep looking at the time. I'm like, ah, crap. Anything that we need to be pushing out here? Anything that you've got coming up that we need to pump out or talk about here?
Not as of now, other than what we've already talked about. Only other stuff is where you can find me.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can,
Well,
you can
that's
learn
absolutely
about
what
Ashlie
I'm talking about.
at ashlielawson.com. You can see all of her
Yes.
videos. You can see her. You can read up on her. You can see what she's working on. You can also see what she's been in. That's
See
how I
some
learned.
really fun behind the scenes photos as well on there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm on Facebook at Ashlie Lawson and on Instagram at Ashlie Lawson Actress. And I'm Ashley with an IE,
Right. Oh,
as you
yes.
see there.
Yeah. There you go.
Now, hey, when you were younger, did you put a little heart over the eye?
I did for
Yes.
a short time. I did, yes.
Such a chick thing, and I'm not being sexist, but it's true. I mean, girls just do that. Like Christy with an IE, she'd be like a little heart over the IE, and
Yeah.
So, and I only say that because my name's Kristian. I got called Kristian a lot by teachers, and
Oh
So,
no.
oh yeah, it
no.
was the story of my life. It's Kristian, Christine, Christina. It's Kristian. You can just call me Chris. It's fine.
Aw.
Well, and I had long hair as a kid
Oh.
too, so they're like, "Are you sure? Oh, yeah, you are a little. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Christine, Chris, is that okay? Yeah, it's fine, just fine. Oh my God, just move on to the next guy. Is John here? Yeah, thanks, John. John, awesome. Yeah, what about Mary over there? Yeah, you don't screw up their names. So sorry. Okay. So yes, and ashlielawson.com. And anybody, we get all sorts of people here, like Kennedy Phillips, who does listen to the show every now and then. He's always looking. You might be voice acting, you're interested in voice acting.
Yes.
So
would love it.
they can all contact you just through that website, or is
Yes,
there
I
an
do.
email you want to throw out?
Yeah, I have a contact form on my website that comes straight to my email. So yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, Ashlie, we had just such a great time, and I'm sorry I know you had X amount of time, so I apologize for going over.
No, you're good.
And I really appreciate you being on the show. I'd love to have you back on again if you ever get the time, and when you get something new coming on, will you shoot us a message? And I would love to get you back on here, and we can promote it and talk about it and do some more insane questions of random insanity.
Absolutely.
Stuff.
Absolutely.
And be evil.
Yes. Together.
Yes. And maybe we'll do some more acting online where you can be the princess and I'll be your father banishing you to the tower.
Only you have to have a song for next time.
If we get some lead time, I'll write a scene and a song, and I will prep it with you guys.
Oh, here we go. Yes. All right, Ashlie, just absolutely great having you on. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ashlie Lawson, thank you so much.
Thank
you so much, Ashlie.
Thank you. Have a fantastic day. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. She's so awesome. That was fun.
It's very cool. Very
Oh
cool.
my
And
gosh.
I love just the level of honesty in her answers. I know sometimes when you talk to actors, they don't, they're not sort of allowed to give,
Right.
like the full story or anything, but it's refreshing to just to have someone answer your questions, and it's not a totally, like green interview. I love that. So,
oh dude, and yeah,
kudos to Ashlie.
but the actual depth on that, just I was waiting for some like total smart ass fun answer, and she's like, well no, and she like got totally in depth with Han Solo and like how he'd be a prick, and I was like, wow. And I'm sitting there, I'm listening to her, I'm like, I can totally see all this happening if that's how it worked. Damn it, my answer sucks.
This is my normal state, Lois. Yeah. I'm always in a hoodie. That's what it is. So no. It's all good. I'm actually a little warm, but I just didn't want to strip on camera.
Whoa.
So,
Whoa. Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah.
we get enough of that weirdness on Netflix, so let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Hey.
I swear to God, dude, every time we turn the damn channel, we're like, oh, this looks like a good show. And then you're like, oh my gosh, these
Well,
guys are
but-
gonna make out. They're making out. Turn it.
Well, you got to
Sorry.
realize too that
Pulls out a $5.
yeah, a lot of the reason why shows go straight to streaming services is to circumvent the network restrictions.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
oh,
so
dude,
if you're gonna watch,
it's on the
a show,
networks.
well, I
It's
know,
on
but
the
if you're
networks.
all right, yeah, but it's you know, it doesn't give you the streaming services aren't that restrictive on what you can show.
Right. No, I know, I get it. But it's
Yeah.
just like, God Lord, all right, get over it. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Let's just go through the plot. You don't have to have somebody gay just to make the movie good or people watching it, you know.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's representation. And for the note, I want you to note that I did not contribute to the Star Wars question in any way, shape, or form, and I did not answer it because I wanted to keep the podcast under 3 hours.
No, excellent point. And
Yeah.
because we would have gone off on tangents. Speaking of going off on tangents,
There
I
he
know
is.
Matt's over there itching. Just
The
to,
man.
the myth, Matthew. Where's your baby Yoda?
He's frozen.
Well, I don't like
Oh,
that question
no, he's
because I personally think that you wouldn't have the story. How could Han Solo be?
It's supposed to be a fun
Oh.
question, Matt.
But it's not. It's dumb.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Okay.
you're dumb.
Hold on. Do I need to?
Hey, Patsy.
Hi, Patsy.
Like I want to answer this question, but I don't want to answer this question.
Answer the question, dude. Just do it, dude. It's the Random Christian Show. You know it's gonna come out.
Okay, all right. So if Darth Vader and Han Solo switch sides, it makes Darth Vader a more sympathetic character, right? Because he
Okay.
was burned, and it also turns Obi-Wan evil, right? It makes
Ooh, I did not
him
think of that aspect.
it makes him the underlying villain of the story because he cut off and burned Anakin Skywalker's stuff. So if Anakin Skywalker slowly becomes the hero of the story, which he kind of ends up at the end of Jedi anyway, right? That's
Andy's had some time to stew on this one.
well, since I read it,
And
this
look,
afternoon,
Matt's just like, nope. I'm not
Since
doing
I
that.
read it, it is a weird question because Han Solo and Darth Vader aren't necessarily pitted against each other.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid, fun question of
It
insanity.
is a stupid question. I agree.
Oh my God. Okay, so if Yoda and Darth Vader switch places, would that be better?
Why would you want to turn a little green guy evil?
So,
He's
but
already-
so you're saying switch
Do it.
personalities? and
Do the Hobbit.
everything?
Do the
Like,
Hobbit.
See, when I read the question, it was like Darth Vader as Darth Vader being leader of the rebellion. I mean, but you're talking about switching personalities and everything.
I don't know. Just, yeah,
I'm
man,
just
you're
saying.
way over.
Why would Yoda
man,
be
you
evil?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, fun vacuum. You suck it out of all that question.
I'm trying to delve into this a little bit here. Now, think about it.
No,
if you're
I'm done
switching
thinking about it. It was
Darth
a
Vader
fun,
and
stupid
Yoda,
question. You're making it a pissy ass.
switching
Oh, I knew this was going to happen with this.
personalities, then Yoda's still good, right? And Darth Vader's still evil.
Sure.
So
why
what
not?
if the
I mean-
rebellion were the bad guys?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, Lois, we blew it out of the water. It's done.
What? What? I've got a graphic over her question. I can't read it. What's it say?
Oh, it said, what happened to your new segment?
We did it.
We,
The
we-
random
no, we did-
questions of insanity.
and it worked out great until now.
Until now, when Matt comes on and
Well, no,
starts
see,
complaining
because
about one of the
you asked
questions.
the Star
We've
Wars
had way
question.
too much time to think about the question because
Oh, yeah.
we saw it like a few days ago. So I have very strong opinions about the question, whereas our guest poor Ashlie was just hit with it and gave a great answer. I mean,
knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
totally, 100%.
And and which is great about these questions is they don't get to sit there and go dissect it and go, "That's a really dumb question, Chris."
Kind of like you're doing now.
Well, because we've been dissecting Matt and I have been dissecting Star Wars for years.
Oh yeah.
And every contingent to Star Wars, I guarantee you, Matt and I have thought about it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
as to where I just enjoyed the movies and said, "Oh, okay, that's cute, that's cool, that's fun." Yeah, right on. Hey, Darth Vader.
You know what? Honestly, you should have known when you asked this question as soon as you saw Matt's reaction to the Batman versus Darth Vader thing that you sent. You knew that this was going to happen, Chris.
Yes,
you knew it was not going to go anywhere well.
100% on you. You put that question in there, man.
But it was supposed to be fun. I thought you guys would think it'd be fun, but Matt's.
Oh, it's fun for the guest, not for me.
No, absolutely.
I have very good opinions about it, and
I've
thought about it.
Gave the perfect answer for it. We should not have brought it up past it, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's what we do.
But Chris wants to, prod me there.
Right.
I wasn't going to say anything, but he had to ask.
Well, I didn't have to do anything. I just
he poked the bear. He poked the bear.
Oh man, Jackie better grab you, man.
You get the fur.
Back in my day.
Yeah, I'm a Nerf herder, man.
Fuzzy-headed Nerf herder. Oh,
see
gosh.
now. I mean, I thought the superpower you don't want was a great question.
Yeah, that was a pretty good question, dude. Yep, Andy came up with it. Well done.
Yeah. Matt, what would
I loved her answer. Yeah, I mean,
that was great.
I wouldn't want to read people's minds.
No, yeah, because you'd really, like I said, you'd have to make focus. You're like, all you'd have to do is just like really focus on like one person while you're walking in a crowd of people. Good Lord, your brain would explode.
They actually did this really well on the Superman and Lois show that just came out on the CW.
Yeah.
Because it focuses on Superman's kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the kids is dealing with being able to hear everybody everywhere and needing to train to focus on what really matters.
Well, what about Professor X?
Well, he seems pretty trained on, but that was the whole thing with Jean Grey in the X-Men movies. She had to learn to focus.
Right, and I was gonna say he ended up learning at a young age to be able to really focus, but it was kind of out of his control for a while. Remember, like he almost went insane.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Because he just had so many different mutants contacting him and thinking, and then the same thing with Jean Grey. So yeah. All right. Sorry, hold on. I'm putting.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Where is it?
Yeah.
I got to find it here. Yes. We're nerds. All right.
Yeah.
And yes, we're having enchiladas tonight. Oh,
it's
gonna be so delicious. All right. Well. Yeah. So. Wow.
Yeah.
Matt just totally.
I'm sorry. I do have a question.
Your new nickname's Hoover.
I had to go run to change the battery in my camera.
Is that what happened? I saw.
Yeah, it died on me. But I don't know if you answered. Do you know when the podcast that you guested on is coming out? There was one that already came out that he was on.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that John, right?
Yeah, John Chaney. That was his show, which was the Badass Podcast.
And when did that come out?
That just came out Monday. That dropped Monday.
Okay.
Which I put a little plug on the excuse me. I put a little plug on the website and or on the Facebook pages and stuff like that, and I think I put on Instagram and all that, which we are on. I mean, you Google the Random Christian Show, you should see our Instagram, our Facebook.
Or you just can go to our website
TikTok.
at therandomchristianshow.com and connect to all of our social accounts that way.
There it is right there, Mr. Web Designer. And again, let's not forget here, kids, the first 2 people to sponsor my show for 3 months will get a year of publicist services from the SJ Network. And like I said, over the past 2 months, we have been really booming just because of the excellent work and help from the SJ Network on our show. So make sure contact us or the SJ Network about it, and we'll get you all the information you need, and you can be a proud sponsor of the show for 3 months. And I'll talk like this, talking about your business or book or movie or whatever it is that you're releasing and want to be sponsored of this show. Yeah. How was that for professionalism? That's called a lag.
Oh, that was professional?
No, not at all. But it was really cool. And by the way, thank you, France. We love you, France.
Yeah.
And French bread.
Happy Thanksgiving,
and
Patsy.
French toast.
Happy Thanksgiving,
And
Corey.
happy Thanksgiving to all of us. By the way, gentlemen, since it is that time of the year to be thankful, I want to say thank you so much, both of you, for just being a part of this and coming in. Andy, I know you have your other show, but I feel you're one of ours, and you have helped bring me and Matt to a better place in this world, and we thank you so much. Matthew, your directing and behind the scenes work has absolutely helped maneuver this show into what it is, which we were in the top 10. Now I think we've moved around a little bit, but anyway, we are up there, and it's also because of all the people listening and or watching and participating, like Corey, Patsy Ann, my lovely wife, John, everybody who's been tuning in. Oh, Real Weird Art, which we haven't seen anything from him, but I've seen him pop on the Instagram and whatnot.
Nice.
People like that. We thank you so much, and please keep the word out there, and like, follow, and subscribe. Pass us around. But again, gentlemen, thank you so much for helping make this show what it is. I know it's the Random Christian show, but it's not all about me. You guys help make this great, and I really, really, really do appreciate you all. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
It has been my honor to join this show, and thank you guys for being so welcoming and letting me do my thing here. And it's been no, trust me, it has been so much fun for me to be on the show, just to meet you guys first and foremost, for you asking to interview, but then asking to come on and to get you to know you guys more. It has been one of the high points of this year.
When I heard you, when you filled in for me that one time, it was just like we gotta ask him.
That's awesome.
We gotta ask. I mean,
yeah, I remember when I threw it out at Matt. I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, yep. I mean, there wasn't even a delay in the response. He was just like, yep.
Just kismet, man.
Yeah.
That's
so and nothing to say against Brian, who is still incredibly busy with his. Oh my gosh!
If you guys want to get some sweet VW buses, there's a couple he posted on Instagram last week, I think. That, man, what a
he's got
stuff coming out of Brazil.
Dude, he gets some great deals, and I know some people have a stigma against the Brasilia buses, or the buses out of Brazil, or the Volkswagens that come out of Brazil, but they are still Volkswagens.
Beasts.
And just because a German guy didn't make them, which a lot of the Volkswagens that you're seeing, Germans didn't make. Just saying, they're beautiful cars, and I can't wait to get my hands on one day.
And especially because that's where they're most abundant right now.
Yeah. So what is it? USA VW Connection, Combi Connection, USA Combi Connection. But anyway, send me an email, send me a message, and I'll hook you up if you're looking for a great Volkswagen that's running, driving, and not $25,000, because you can get one. I mean, seriously, and he'll even get it repainted and dialed up for you, and it'll still be way less than that. So anyway, again, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you all listeners for being a part of this. And next week, we are going to have Movita Johnson Harrell. She's from the state House of Representatives, state
Mhm.
representative. Oh my gosh.
No, House of former member of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives.
Yes, and she helped lobby for some gun control to get some of the guns off the streets. Her son, I believe, was shot, and so I get it. I think she has a very realistic view on it. She's not like trying to take the guns away from everyone, but she's trying to get a way to get some control on it, and I can appreciate that. That's coming from big cities and stuff where I was walking down the street and I thought bugs were whizzing past me after I heard some pops. They weren't bugs; they were bullets whizzing by my head. So yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
she will. She'll be interesting. I've heard her on a couple podcasts. She's very very sweet, very nice lady.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited to hear her take on the modern state of politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually thinking, I'm trying to get Brian to see if he wants to come on because Brian's like a wealth of political knowledge,
Okay.
and would be fun to have
That would
him
be
on
good.
as well on a forum. But anyway,
Mm.
so in
And
the
I
meantime,
just want to tell Patsy there really quick that I wear, depending on the brand and whatnot and what decade we were in. Currently, I wear a 2XL in the way they measure stuff. If you go back to the 90s, I still fit into my large and XL shirts. So
yeah, it is weird how that happened.
it
Huh?
just,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
know I'm gaining weight and I'm pretty heavy at the moment. Thank you, COVID. But
Yeah, blame it on the COVID, not the Pop
well,
Tarts.
no, I mean, I had to go. I bought like three. I think this shirt is 3XL, and it's insanely huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
Well,
if I
you
if,
have dropped some weight though, Matt. So
no,
Um,
actually, I haven't.
but
really,
if I
it looks.
I
like
have
you
not
do.
gained weight in 3 months.
oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's,
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
that's
But-
just as good as losing weight, right?
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
But no,
Um,
if I shop at Target, I'm a large. If I shop at like Kohl's or something, I'm an XL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it
It-
just.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
all right, guys.
Anyway.
Listen. So, what are we having for Thanksgiving? Anything special or just the normal feast?
Feast.
Yeah, feast.
Yeah,
Feast.
feast.
The one thing that I like to do, not necessarily different, but it's the dish that I make for Thanksgiving is depending on how you do it, dressing or stuffing. I do dressing, but I do maple sausage, bacon, and mirepoix in it, and
Yum.
it comes together. It really ties the room together.
Better than the rag.
Yeah.
Hey, we're
Nice.
having a
Nice.
chorizo cornbread stuffing. And
Oh, there you go.
I am so excited for it.
Yeah.
Wife, and then on top of it, the wife has been practicing her bread cooking, and I'm actually I got some things I want to talk to you guys about, but we'll talk about that another time. I want to thank the Dead Campers for being our house band, and they are dropping some new music here on Spotify soon, so make sure you check them out. Dead Campers with a K for campers. Donny Champion and the boys, make sure you listen to them, check them out. They got some new Christmas music coming out.
Your
Rum
wife
and
has
Regrets.
a question there,
Huh?
really
Oh.
quick. Not to interrupt, but I want to answer this.
I'm okay because I can't get this graphic off of there. What is she saying?
Oh,
I can't
it's
read it.
sparkling white grape juice. A thing for Thanksgiving. Asking for a friend. Literally no stepdaughter.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, Martinelli's.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
We
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
Martinelli's left and right. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. The judges will allow it, Lois. The judges will allow it.
Other brands, I don't know if I'd allow other brands, but Martinelli's sparkling cider, who could
Yeah,
sponsor us.
No, they're the
And-
benchmark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's,
And,
that's the stuff right there.
every year, and that was the champagne toast, same thing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, that's one of my daughter's favorite things. Is this time of year she gets to drink sparkling grape juice. So
That's great. No, man,
anyway.
more power.
Yeah.
And we buy the little bottles of it. Luckily, being out here in California,
Yeah.
It's everywhere,
Yeah.
and they do it's called a blush, and it's raspberry, a
Ooh.
little bit of raspberry juice in with it, and I've
Okay.
been brining my pork chops in it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Salt,
wow.
I like it.
garlic, and that, and they've been coming out fantastic. Just a little tip for everyone out there. Do
Must
it.
be a California thing. I knew it was coming because I was getting ready to say it. Oh, Mr. Fifi,
Oh
California.
no, because I
Thank
mean
you
it's
for-
just right up the road here is where they make
I
it.
was going to say,
Yeah.
it's not too far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's,
Um,
Martinelli's is a total California thing,
oh, yeah.
but it should be
But
worldwide. Best stuff ever.
it is delicious. Okay. Rum and Regrets, I know, just dropped their Thankful
Yeah.
podcast.
Our thankful episode. Yeah. So it's out there for consumption.
And then you'll be dropping another one here in a couple of weeks, correct?
Yeah. So we we made Nate watch a lot of horror shows. So he's getting us back with the new League of Legends animated show that just dropped on Netflix, Arcane,
Okay.
which is really good. So we're gonna have one of his friends, a guest on, and give it a proper in-depth review. So that's coming out not next Friday, but the Friday after.
Right on. All right.
Yeah.
And Matt, anything new for Matt's photos or anything like that?
I can't wait for the Thanksgiving photos, man. I
Yeah.
want
I want to see some food.
course. I need course by course. All right. I need
And
every.
I always forget. I'm not good at that.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I mean,
eventually we'll
we're
get some
so
photos of like a thumb over the lens and
yeah.
then an eyeball. Is this thing?
I always get a picture of the entire feast. Like I don't need the
Oh.
people. I just want the
Right.
table as it's
All
ready
right.
with all the food on it. That's all.
We'll all take
So,
pictures
okay,
of
here-
our feast and then I'll post them.
There you
Andy,
go.
for you, I'll do on the on my Matty Matt one.
Awesome, dude.
I'll try to get some Turkey Day photos for you, Andy.
Okay.
All right. Beautiful.
Yes. Do that, Patsy. I want to see it.
Yes, there we go. All right. So yeah, and you know what? Send them into the website at therandomchristianshow.com and we'll post everybody's pictures of their Thanksgiving feast or random feasts of Thanksgiving. That's what
Feast
we'll
of
call it.
feastiness.
Yes. With the roast beast. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's been a beautiful, beautiful time, and I hope you all have a great time with your families coming up here soon. So let's what's she saying? What's
Oh
going on?
yeah, no. Go to Lois's TikTok, LA_Madsen, and look at her bread.
Oh yes.
God, that sounds
my
so weird for me to say.
I got it. I don't know why this graphic will not go away. I can't find where it came from and why it will not go away. Oh, you know what? I found it. Oh my gosh,
And there it goes.
I didn't scroll far enough. There we
Oh,
go.
that's
Yes.
funny.
So check out her bread and all that. My wife's bread. That does sound weird.
Hey, I can't.
Yeah.
Look
Hey,
at my
check
friend's.
out- Check
look
out
at
my
friend's
wife's loaves.
bread on TikTok, please.
Showing off. her
Oh
loaves.
man.
Oh, I am a
Yeah, and I
horrible
wanted to.
Yeah.
We should have your wife on just discussing sourdough.
Well,
and whatnot
yeah,
today.
I wanted to do some random news, but then I didn't think we had anything. But then when right before the show, I was looking, I'm like, oh, hey, I did actually post a couple news stories. Do you want to? And she's like, nah, we'll do it next week. I'm like, okay, good.
We should get her on to tell us how to make the perfect sourdough.
Oh yeah. Well, and I'm thinking maybe we should do some video clips, and I can post the video. I think I figured out how to post the video clips. You know, on the
Can't
extra
wait
screen.
to watch you try to do that.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
an episode
Please,
all by
please
itself.
record yourself trying to post the videos. That's
Really? Wow. This is my world. So I am so thankful for you, gentlemen, and I am so thankful for all our listeners. So thank you so much. Please like, follow, subscribe, donate if you're interested. Oh, Patsy Ann is following Lois on TikTok. If you follow, pass the word around, help us keep going. sponsor the show. You can get 3 months for 3 months of sponsorship. You will get 1 year of Steven's services, our publicist at SJ Network, for your show, your book, your art, your photography, whatever you do. If you're creative and doing all that, then this is the way to go. I'm telling you, Steve will definitely make a difference in what you're doing. So until next week with Movita Johnson Harrell, I am Kristian Random. That is Andy Drake. Thank you so much, Andy. Have a beautiful,
you.
beautiful day and Thanksgiving. And Matthew, thank you so much. Have a beautiful
Sure
Thanksgiving
thing.
and happy days, sir. And again, Kristian Random saying to you, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Spend the time with your family. Don't talk about news. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about that. Talk about yourselves and how much you love each other and the time you're going to have together and spend with each other. Thank you so much for being a part of this show, and we will continue to keep going. So pass the word around. Take care of each other. Help each other out. And have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. We'll see you next week, Tuesday, 4 o'clock. Peace.